So in my last video, I covered the ignition system and its faults and what to check on a Kawasaki G4TR or most older Enduros or dirt bikes, like I treat them. But I did not cover the fuel system. So what if the bike quits running and the whole ignition system is fine? Oh shit. There are lots of things that could go wrong. And I saw something go wrong today that I'd never seen go wrong before. So, first thing to check when your ignition system is fine, your fuel situation. Do you have fuel? If so, make sure you're getting fuel to the carburetor. If you're getting fuel to the carburetor, make sure you're getting it to the crankcase and a two-stroke. If you're not, clean the carburetor, get new gaskets, put it all back together. If you're still not getting fuel, there's a problem, and I don't know what it is. But what if you're not getting air? How do you not get air in a two-stroke? Well, you could not get fuel if it was a reed valve. Check reed valves if it has them, because those go out. They don't seal up after a while. They just start to quit sealing up. So check your reed valve if it's got one. If it don't, check your rotary valve. If it don't have a rotary valve, check your piston and your cylinder. Why the piston and cylinder? Why? If it quit all of a sudden, why would you need to check your piston and cylinder? Okay, well, here's what happened to me. I'm getting a new one here. Show you. So this is the brand new 1mm oversized piston for this bike. Bought it a little while back, never used it. No. What the heck? That's okay. That's for a different one, but oh well. It's same basic piston, same design. That's for the MC1. So this is the old one. Looks okay. Looks like a used piston from here. Looks fine. I'd run it if both sides looked like this. But look at that little chip on the skirt. It's missing. Look there. Looks kind of burnt. Looks brand new from here compared to the other side. Yeah. So, that's your problem if it looks like that. If it looks like that, replace your piston. Tear the whole engine apart. Clean it. And if you have a rotary valve, check the rotary valve, because that chunk could have gone in the crankcase and could have caught in the rotary valve and destroyed it. I need to check that. And check your crankcase, make sure it's not shattered. Check your cylinder, make sure it's not got the shit scored out of it. And check your exhaust pipe, because if it went into the exhaust pipe, you don't want it possibly getting back into the engine. Empty your exhaust, wash it out, dry it out, wash it out, clean the shit out of it. So this bike broke down 2 miles down the road a few hours ago. Started running like shit, screeching, no power at all. Shut it off. Called my sister. Thank you. Thank you, Tyler. And that was the first time she had ever driven a manual transmission by herself, and she did a very good job. Like, she did it completely alone. So I called her and told her, or asked her if she'd come get me in my Jeep. I have a little Jeep Comanche. And so she came and got me. I just didn't want to push it all the way back home. So she came and got me. Got back home. Tore it apart. 4 minutes. Got tore apart in 4 minutes. Start to finish, if that tells you how many times I got this thing tore apart before. Saw that. First thing I checked was the flywheel key, because I thought it was timing. I knew it wasn't ignition because I checked that on the roadside. So, that was fine. Checked. I was like, well, what the hell? Maybe the wrist pin popped out. So what could cause this? What could cause this? Well, while you've got it apart, while you've got the cylinder jug off, look down in the cylinder, or look down in the crankcase, and make sure there's a good pool of oil in there. If there's not a good pool of oil in there, a lack of oil did this. Gotta be a lack of oil. Now, when it started screeching, I thought to myself, ah, shit. Oil injector died, because this is oil injected. Super lube. And they do die. So, I started this when I got the bike. I started mixing gas and using the oil injection system. Just in case the oil injection system shit the bed, I mix gas. About 50-1. Sometimes thicker, sometimes thinner. Just depending on how much oil I had right there. So, if there's not a good pool of oil in there, replace your injector or start mixing more oil or whatever. So I'm going to have to either replace this injector or remove it and start just mixing fuel. But that's what did it. Lack of oil. I'm certain of it. Because this last time I mixed fuel, I probably mixed it 60-1. And it was just enough to not score the shit out of everything. Just enough not to seize it up. I probably drove it 1 mile or 2 miles before, or after the injector died. And I didn't realize it till it started screeching, and I did something about that immediately when I heard it screeching. So, that's what could happen. That's the probable cause. Run more oil or go a different brand. Yep. Well, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If it helps you, please give me a thumbs up. And please subscribe if you would. It costs nothing to subscribe, nothing at all. And it can help me do more videos in the future and possibly start testing stuff that costs money. Yeah, it costs you nothing to push the subscribe button except a few seconds if you're signed in. Half a second if you're signed in. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.